Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast. Today we're tackling a question that I think a lot of us have wondered about at some point. Why do some people make friends so easily? You know the type, people just naturally gravitate toward them. You like them too, but you can't quite put your finger on why. Meanwhile, others seem to fade into the background, struggling to connect or handle tough conversations. Well, it turns out there's a book from nearly 90 years ago that's got all the tools you need to figure this out. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And it's not just a bunch of dusty old theories. It's full of practical, actionable strategies you can use in your very next chat. So let's dive into this classic and break it down together. The book is split into four main parts, each packed with principles that explain why some people are social magnets and how you can become one too. Let's start with the first part, which Carnegie calls the fundamental techniques in handling people. This is all about the basics of dealing with others in a way that builds trust and connection. First up, he says don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Carnegie puts it like this: if you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. Think about it. When someone snaps at you with something like, "You're so lazy," or "You never think before you speak," how do you feel? Probably defensive, right? Maybe even a little resentful. That's because criticism hits our ego hard, and instead of changing, we dig in our heels. Next time you're tempted to point out someone's flaws, try stepping back and asking, what's going on with them that I might not see? Maybe they're stressed or dealing with something tough. A little empathy can go a lot further than a harsh word. Next, Carnegie talks about the big secret to getting people on your side. Give honest and sincere appreciation. We all want to feel important. It's a deep human need. When someone says, "I'm really grateful for all the effort you put into this project," or "Your support today meant a lot to the team," it lights us up inside. But it's got to be real. Flattery, like saying, "You're the best presenter I've ever seen," feels hollow if it's not true. Compare that to, "Your presentation was really interesting. I learned a lot from it." See how specific and genuine that feels. That's the kind of appreciation that builds bonds. The third principle here is to arouse in the other person an eager want. Carnegie says, the only way on earth to influence other people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. If you want someone to do something, don't just push your agenda. Figure out what they desire and connect it to your goal. Take Gary Vaynerchuk, the entrepreneur. He spends job interviews finding out what candidates really want, then shows how working with him can get them there. It's not about tricking people. It's about helping them see the win for themselves. Now, let's move to the second part, 6 ways to make people like you. This is where we get into why some folks are just so likable. First, Carnegie says to become genuinely interested in other people. He's got a great line. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Instead of always talking about yourself, ask about their lives, their passions. Show you care, and they'll want to be around you. Simple things like remembering birthdays or greeting people with enthusiasm can kickstart those friendships. Second, smile. It's such an easy thing, but it works wonders. Carnegie calls your smile a messenger of your goodwill. It says, "I like you, you make me happy," without you even opening your mouth. Even over the phone, people can hear it in your voice. Try it. It's like an instant mood lifter for you and whoever you're talking to. Third, remember people's names. Carnegie says a person's name is the sweetest and most important sound in any language to them. It's part of who they are. Forgetting it can make someone feel invisible, so make the effort. Write it down, repeat it in your head, whatever trick works for you. Getting it right shows you value them. Fourth, be a good listener. People love to talk about themselves. It's human nature. So let them. Ask questions they'll enjoy answering and really hear them out. Don't jump in with your own story unless they ask. Carnegie says this makes you a great conversationalist. even if you barely say a word. Fifth, talk in terms of the other person's interests. Theodore Roosevelt used to prep for guests by reading up on what they cared about, just so he could chat about it. Find out what lights someone up. Maybe it's their job, a hobby, or their kids, and steer the conversation there. It shows you're paying attention to what matters to them. Sixth, make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. Little phrases like, "I'm sorry to trouble you," or "Thanks for your help" can make someone feel valued. Carnegie quotes Disraeli saying, "Talk to people about themselves, and they will listen for hours. Recognize what makes them special, and they'll like you instantly." All right, on to the third part. How to win people to your way of thinking. This is about persuading others without starting a fight. There are 12 principles here, so I'll hit the highlights. First, avoid arguments. Carnegie says, "A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still." Even if you win, you lose their goodwill. Instead of arguing, listen, find common ground, and maybe save the tough talk for later when emotions cool off. Second, never say, "You're wrong." It's like a punch to their pride. Try something softer like, "I could be mistaken. Let's look at this together." It keeps things friendly and open. Third, if you're wrong, admit it fast. It shows humility and often softens the other person up. Fourth, begin in a friendly way. Lincoln's got a good one here. A drop of honey catches more flies than a gallon of gall. Start with kindness. Even if you're upset, it opens the door to real talk. Fifth, get them saying yes right away. Start with stuff you agree on, like Socrates did, and build from there. Sixth, let the other person do most of the talking. Listen, and they might just solve their own problem. Seventh, let them feel the idea is theirs. Suggest something gently, and if they run with it, great. They'll love it more because they thought of it. Eighth, see things from their point of view. Before you ask for something, think about what's in it for them. Ninth, show sympathy. Saying, "I don't blame you for feeling that way. I'd feel the same," can melt tension fast. 10th, appeal to nobler motives. Frame your request around their best qualities, like fairness or kindness. 11th, dramatize your ideas. Don't just say it. Show it with stories or visuals to make it stick. 12th, throw down a challenge. People love proving themselves, like when Charles Schwab turned factory shifts into a friendly competition to boost output. Finally, the fourth part, 9 principles for leadership and how to change people without causing resentment. This is gold for anyone guiding others. Start with praise, like, "Your report's solid." One tweak could make it even better. Point out mistakes indirectly, swap but for, and to keep it positive. Admit your own slip-ups first. "I've messed this up before. Here's what helped me." Suggest, don't order. Ask, "What do you think about this?" instead of barking commands. Let people save face. Fix mistakes privately. Praise every little improvement to keep them motivated. Give them a reputation to live up to, like, "You're so detail-oriented. This project's perfect for you." Encourage them. Make faults feel fixable. "You've got this. With a bit more practice, you'll nail it." And make them happy to do what you suggest by showing the benefits. This could lighten your load once it's done. So, there you have it. Dale Carnegie's roadmap to why some people click with everyone and how you can too. It's not magic. It's about understanding what makes us human. Want to make friends easily? Show genuine interest, listen, smile, appreciate. Need to handle tricky talks? Avoid arguments, see their side, guide gently. These ideas from 90 years ago still work because people haven't changed. We all want to feel valued and understood. Next time you're chatting with someone, try one of these out. Maybe smile more or ask about their day and really listen. You'll be amazed at how they light up and how good it feels for you too. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep connecting.